Amidst the uncertainty surrounding the top EV company stocks, did you know that some experts advise against selling your Tesla stock? Some bulls are losing faith in the stock due to its current performance, but some experts think that Tesla investors shouldn't sell their shares. You wouldn't want to miss this information. A full week after Singaporean billionaire Leo Kogo warned that only a stock buyback or 100% growth in earnings would pull Tesla out of its current slump, Elon Musk used one simple word to allay investor concerns about whether or not they should sell their Tesla stock. Tesla stock is currently trading at 227.54 cents per share. When Musk eventually responded to his biggest shareholders' letter about his third quarter earnings, minutes later, the stock recovered its losses, which investors interpreted as a strong indication that Musk could approve even in May. Billionaire Leo Kogawa called on Tesla to announce a $15 billion stock buyback as the company's share price continues to fall in a tweet to Martin Vita, head of investor relations at Tesla. Musk interacts with his fan base on Twitter every day, and their growing calls for a buyback will not have escaped his attention. Tesla spent anywhere between $5 billion and even $10 billion on its first ever share buyback. In another tweet, Kogoan stated that Tesla's free cash flow was $2.2 billion in the first quarter of the year. He added that he expects it to climb to $8 billion this year and $17 billion next year after capital expenditures have been factored in. Additionally, Kogoan stated that the company should immediately announce its plans to buy back $5 billion of Tesla shares this year and $10 billion next year. He added that Tesla should use its free cash flow to fund the buyback and that it shouldn't affect its existing $18 billion cash reserves. A stock buyback is one way that companies attempt to return capital to shareholders. Aside from Tesla's third largest individual shareholder, a well-known Tesla bull advocates for a stock buyback. A stock buyback occurs when a public business spends cash to buy shares of its own on the open market. In an open letter to the Tesla board, co-founders Gary Black and David Callis of the Future Fund, the largest investment of which is Tesla, proposed a $10 billion share buyback. In our opinion, Tesla is now running its business with exceptional financial soundness, holding $18.9 billion in cash and marketable securities and having almost no debt. We think this is a special chance to purchase your shares in the middle of October. Black released the open letter to Tesla over Twitter. It seems like the perfect time for Tesla's board to consider a $10 billion plus share buyback now that the company is selling at its lowest forward PE of 37 on Wall Street 2023 EPS since COVID, with $18.9 billion in cash on hand, no debt, and an investment grade rating. Black wrote this in a tweet. Black went on to say in a Twitter thread that the Future Fund is suggesting buybacks of $10 billion over the following 3 years. Black stated that Tesla has $19.9 billion in cash and may produce $100 billion in free cash flow following capital expenditures after spending $35 billion on new Jaguar Optimus Dojo robot taxis and other projects over the course of the next 3 years. $10 billion in buybacks come after all expansion initiatives. After the last tweet, Black wrote, "Remember that there are only 5 outlets for excess cash flow. Pay off debt, acquire dividends, repurchase shares, accumulate cash, and build up share repos. Of the 5, we believe that this is a rare opportunity to purchase your stock at a price significantly below our estimate of its intrinsic value of $550 per share." The fund manager informed the board that when short-term noise is driving down shares, as it is currently doing with Tesla, management can repurchase more shares. He also added that the buybacks are unlikely to have an impact on the company's financial flexibility. Because of the favorable long-term capital gains tax treatment associated with this shareholder return policy, buybacks may be preferred by Tesla shareholders over dividends. Additionally, from the company's point of view, buybacks can be managed opportunistically, unlike dividends, which are fairly rigid once put in place. Additionally, Black's actively managed Future Fund has Tesla as its top holding, with the EV maker stock accounting for close to 11% of its portfolio. How does a buyback affect a company and its shareholders? A buyback benefits shareholders by increasing the percentage of ownership held by each investor and decreasing the total number of outstanding shares. In this scenario, the company is concentrating rather than diluting its shareholder value. Although they get their capital back, investors can profit from repurchase, but this isn't always the case. Investors in Tesla are adamant about the firm buying back its shares, which may be due to the fact that a stock buyback essentially allows a company to reinvest in itself. In the most recent Q3 earnings call, Tesla CEO Elon Musk hinted at a potential buyback. The board has discussed the idea of a buyback in great detail and generally believes that it makes sense. However, we want to follow the proper procedures. It is definitely feasible for us to undertake a buyback of between $5 and $10 billion. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, stated at the company's most recent Q3 2022 earnings call that a number of problems were covered, including the buyback of Tesla stock. Musk tells Lane that even in the worst-case scenario for 2023, which may be a challenging year, Tesla is still capable of doing a $5 $10 billion buyback. This is obviously still awaiting board approval, but it seems likely that we'll carry out a sizable repurchase. Musk stated that although the market teams prioritize the short term, it's critical to concentrate on the long term. He'd also mentioned that, aside from the potential for a stock repurchase, the production of Tesla's highly weighted semi and Cybertruck is proceeding as planned. With active safety features, the Tesla semi-truck is entirely electric. Delivery on December 1st. In fact, Musk stated he would personally be present to deliver the first semi-commercial trucks to Pepsi. He also stated that he is tentatively aiming to manufacture 50,000 units by 2024 in North America. We will also be ramping up production of the Tesla Semi, which is a max-low heavy truck that is a class A truck. The truck has a massive range and a spacious interior designed for maximum safety. Regarding the highly anticipated Tesla Cybertruck, Musk stated that we'll be stepping up semi-production during the following year. We're still on pace to start early production in the middle of next year, according to Tesla head of engineering Lars Moravi Musk. Musk went on to say that at this point, the engineering for Cybertrucks and semi-trucks has been completed, and experts think that these two products, in addition to the current Tesla models that are available to the public, will allow Tesla to grow even more. Additionally, Musk stated boldly that Tesla has been steadily working on the Tesla Full Self-Driving, or FSD, and that Tesla will be worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco put together. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, stated, "I see a potential path with Tesla worth more than Apple and Saudi Aramco combined." He pointed out that Apple's market capitalization is approximately $2.3 trillion, while Saudi Aramco's is approximately $2 trillion. Musk went on to explain that the process will not be simple or easy, but rather that it will require a lot of work, some very creative new products, managing expansion, and always luck. Musk continued, "I should note that when I mentioned that probably now that I see a path in an incredibly difficult path to get where Tesla with as much as Apple and Saudi Aramco combined, I wasn't including Optimus." This suggests that Musk expects Tesla to be worth more if the humanoid robot Optimus performs well. However, a number of experts advise Tesla investors not to sell their stock because they think that even though the EV company's stock has been falling steadily lately, for additional content on Tesla stocks, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.